Welcome, episode 1 of Nerding Out with me, the Roadie. Today, I have a special guest, Meatbag. He is a drummer of a band. He's a lead guitar singer, fucking of one band. He's a what do you play in so many bands? It's so hard to remember those.
Keep up,
yeah,
it's like he posts about, oh man, I'm gonna go see him with this band called The Accident Theory. Wait, he's playing acoustic with what band? Like week before? I'm confused. Like right there, they get confused.
And I'm just wondering, like when you're on social media, like I'm scrolling through Facebook, it's like Accidentally posted this, No Composure posted this, Squared post. I'm like, how many phones are you? Are you like just
one
phone, laptop, fucking tablet?
I'm that guy with all the different freaking laptops and that tablets going. I'm like the dude on Pokemon and the Pokemon Go meme.
Oh,
the 20 different tablets.
Dude, I don't know how he does that.
That's how I do it when I'm promoting all my bands.
Well,
I got 10 fingers, dude. I can do it.
Let's get back to it. Yeah. Nerding out. We like to nerd out.
Yes.
So, what are some things, Sir Meatbag, do you nerd out on?
Well, I love nerding out on musical instruments first and foremost. Obviously, just
of course,
fucking been playing for a long time, so I just love musical instruments, and I like vintage musical instruments. There's this page on Instagram that I follow, Norman's Rare Guitars, and it's a super awesome shop in Cali, which when we hit the road one of these days, we're gonna have to definitely go check out.
Oh, for sure.
You walk in there, and it's just vintage acoustic and electric guitars, Fenders. And I'm a Fender geek and a Gibson geek because they're just that classic American brand. And I just love, like, they have everything. Like, and then Martin Acoustics and Taylor Acoustics, and they just have so many different nice brands. And then they start telling you about the history of these guitars. Like, oh, this is a Gibson Hummingbird from 1962 or whatever. And you're just like, holy fuck, that's calculate so how long ago that was, and then just go from there. Your mind just spirals out of control from there, and you really do appreciate the beauty of that longevity that an instrument possesses. It just blows me away when I'm like looking at a guitar and I was like, this is from 40 years ago and it's still alive. Or something that's a lot of them you'll see. Heck, they even have guitars from like the 30s and the 20s, and like this thing's like multiple times older than I am. How does it still possess such good quality, no blemishes? It just looks beautiful, been taken care of its whole life. So I definitely nerd out over musical instruments big time.
So top 2 favorite instruments.
Okay, so I would have to do a drum and guitar category together, if that makes any sense.
Oh, of course.
Because I'm a Gibson guy. I have a Les Paul. That's my main guitar. That's what I do all the No Composure recordings with. I don't think I've done any Squared recordings with that guitar, because on some of those Squared songs, I will play guitar, or like on the earlier stuff, like I think on our first demo or something like that, a couple of those songs that made it to our first album, Drainage, I played bass on some of that too. So like, Don't Want to Become a Man, I played bass on that song. Although Jordan did write a really great bass line for it when, he started playing with us full time. But anyways, back to guitars. I've never played my Gibson really on any Squared tracks. All the Solar Coaster stuff is with either an Ibanez or a Gibson, which is my main Les Paul, and then all of the No Composure stuff is all Gibson. All Gibson Acoustic, which is new. We just released an EP out of nowhere. We had all these acoustic demos built up, and so we released it on the 13th of August, which is a month after our debut EP, and that was all recorded on Gibson Acoustic. So I'm just a Gibson guy. That is my main thing. When it comes to drums, Tama. Tama's just solid, and when you tour, Tama is a brand that they will have overseas. So like a lot of the touring bands, they don't necessarily bring their own gear to go over there. Maybe guitars, yes, but drummers, they don't usually bring their own gear. I don't know if it's because it's too expensive. It's just kind of like what I've learned watching drummers forever.
I'd imagine that's a lot of fucking $50 for each package, and each
you know
thing's
what I'm
put in.
saying? Like it's expensive.
Oh yeah,
and
of
it's
course.
got to be a pain in the butt to worry about. Like, okay, cymbal bags here. Maybe they do bring like a cymbal bag on the flight as like their carry-on or something. But you know, Gretsch and Tama, from what I'd learned from Greg Hall, who was formerly with Sacred Reich, he played Gretsch. So when he went overseas, he'd always have a Gretsch kit there to rent or whatever they had to do. And Tama's the same way. So I played Ludwig forever, and I'm not a fan of the newer stuff that they put out. I don't know why. It's just nothing against them. I'm just not a fan of the way it looks. I'm sure it sounds amazing. But Tama has come up with some really cool designs on their Imperial Star line and the Silver Star line, and Tama's just really stepped up like freaking awesome. So
freaking awesome, guys. Just
so
awesome.
if I ever go overseas and I have to drum, I can get a Tama kit and be satisfied, you know. And my drummer Billy of No Composure also plays Tama drums, so it's just kind of in the family, you know. I spent so much time listening to him play on his drums. When I got back into Contradiction, right towards the end, it was like I jumped in about a year before the band didn't break up, but before Billy passed away. And I always hear Billy Stevens jamming on his Tama drums every time I practice. Man, those things just sound clean.
Yeah,
and
nice.
And that's what he is. Like, you've seen Billy Stevens drum. He's not this cookie or he's not the animal drummer. He's not like that. He's very precise. You know what I mean? His hand placement, how hard he's hitting, everything is very precise. And you know, it's a great demo that I heard great demonstration of those Tama drums for an entire year before I actually bought myself a Tama kit.
So you nerd out on like instruments and music. And I know this, but there's one reason why I asked you to be here today, and we're about to get to the nitty gritty. I know that you play video games and you love video games.
I do.
When did you pick up your first, like, when console did you pick up first? When like, you know, I love this.
Right. So, my family back in the day, when I first was growing up, we didn't have a lot of money, but we did have enough money to have a console around the house. Start off with the Generation 1 Nintendo Classic. You know what I mean? All Mario and Duck Hunt. And,
some say it's the OG.
Mega Man and just like so many freaking games I could go on. But so I really like Duck Hunt a lot, which leads me into what games I like to play now. Of course. But Duck Hunt, super awesome, dude. You're just sitting there we had the gun and everything, dude. That was super cool. My favorite though, Super Mario World 3. Oh, that's my absolute favorite. Shout out to my cousin Brad because he gave me the secret to life years ago. The secret whistle is above the Shroom Cactus or Shroom Castle, whatever it is. I can't quite remember because I haven't played it in a while. We did buy the remastered version on the Nintendo Wii a couple years ago.
I remember.
Yeah,
great.
That was fun. And I would play the crap out of that. I beat it over and over and over again, dude. But Super Mario All-Stars, see, that was cool because at that point they had come up with Super Mario All-Stars, and it was still no, that was Generation 2. So I went into Generation 2.
I believe an All-Star. Mario has an All-Star on the original Nintendo as well.
Okay, maybe that was
because I think every system that like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, they all had an All-Star on them.
Okay, right.
All the way up to, I want to say, to the 64. I can be wrong on that. I'm not giving facts. That's a different segment on a different show. This is me just going from memory.
So, yeah, it's rocking out on Generation 1 Nintendo forever. But then my prime was Generation 2 Super Nintendo.
Oh, Super Nintendo, bro.
So, obviously, Super Mario World. You can't ever forget that. Because because I kind of got confused. Is that Super Mario World Bros or World 2? The classic one where
Super Mario Bros.
It has like the World. 4 sections of the map.
It's
5 sections.
It's Super Mario Bros. World.
Okay.
I want to say.
Okay.
But again, I'm going off.
You're live on YouTube, right?
Yeah, totally live on
So
YouTube.
let us know if one of us is wrong.
Yeah,
If Joe's
we
watching,
all have these things called phones.
Yeah.
If you're watching, Google that real quick, write in the comments, and let me know.
If every show Joe's watching, he'll know for sure, because he's definitely been doing his concerts to consoles thing a lot. So
Which I'm
sure
trying,
he's
still trying to get in
rush
on.
up. Yeah, I'm sure.
And now that I have this new show,
Nerding Out.
open, he sees it and he's like, hey.
From concerts to
Nerd Out
consoles clashes with Nerding Out, and you two have video game wars all day, and then I'll just sit back and commentate the whole thing.
That's good. That's heavy.
I'm good with ideas.
I like this.
But back to Super Nintendo, which was just like that was my prime. I said that I kind of misused that word. That was when I first like fell in love with video games.
Oh yeah.
Super Nintendo 2 was super rad. Loved it. And then fell in love with the original PlayStation. That's where it really started to become a thing.
What was your favorite PS1 game? And that's a hard one because there's so many great games on the PlayStation.
Can I give you 3?
You give me as many as you'd like.
Okay, I'll give you a small handful of the games I was playing on the PlayStation 1. So
Throw them at me.
Twisted Metal.
One at a time. That game, let me tell you what, I've spent hours and hours yelling at my cousins because we were whooping each other's ass so much.
What was your character on that?
I like the big. It was like I think the monster truck. It was like a big vehicle, or the motorcycle guy.
Yeah, see, I was a big fan of Warhog.
Then you can't go wrong with the ice cream truck.
That's
crazy.
That was fucking awesome too, dude. That was so awesome. Triple Play Baseball, dude. 2001, I think, or 2000. That was super cool. That was like one of my favorite games to play. I'm trying to think of that snowmobile racing game that they had. Can't remember the name of it, but there was a snowmobile racing game that I was just obsessed with. Gran Turismo and Crash Bandicoot.
Okay, you know what? Those are all very like a handful.
That's
a handful of games.
Handful
that's not a bad choice for PlayStation.
You know, and I just rocked those 5 solid games until the PlayStation 2 came out.
Good old PS2.
And that's when GTA started to be a thing.
My cousin and I, and don't worry, you guys will meet him one of these episodes because I'm definitely going to have him on. So much we could talk about. But we used to set markers on the map, get 5 stars, and try to make it to that marker before you die or get arrested. It was not as easy as it seems.
Vice City was solid. I really love Vice City. I actually still have a PlayStation 2. It's broken, unfortunately, but I have Vice City. When it was working about 5 or 6 years ago, I was on the Vice City missions, dude. I restarted the whole thing. It was super rad, and I was like pretty close to the end, like the last 20%, and then my PS2 took a crap.
I have a hard time playing games that are old nowadays.
Yeah,
the graphics just get to me. It's a little bit harder, but I still play a lot of old school games.
You're also blind.
Yeah. But
you also can't see for shit.
Thanks for throwing me under the bus there, Meatbag. All right. So
he doesn't wear these glasses just to look handsome, folks. He wears them because he legit cannot see without them.
No.
He's not like Clark Kent, who can just take his glasses off and just have all these powers and see perfectly fine.
I wish I could. Let me tell you what. Anyhow, that was fucking awesome. Like Superman.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly.
Place. I was more of an Xbox guy as soon as Xbox came out.
Xbox. Yeah, see, I never got into Xbox too much. I don't know. Still a solid PlayStation guy.
Well, there's that. It was like that Romeo and Juliet kind of situation. You got those who play Xbox, and then you got those who are wrong. I mean, you got people that play PlayStation.
I mean, I'd consider it Pepsi Coke, but you know, that's fine.
I go old school.
But you know, if you talk all the crap on PS.
I own a
all you want.
PlayStation.
That's fine.
I own a PlayStation. I don't own an Xbox, but I own a PlayStation. I just prefer an Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox.
Okay. So what are you playing nowadays?
Okay, so nowadays I am playing Warframe, Fortnite, H1Z1, and Apex, which is my new love, and all the WWE 2K games.
Oh yeah,
I haven't played them in a while because we played it. You know this. We played 2K19 and 2K18 and 2K17 like
religiously.
Religiously for 3 years at least. It seemed like.
I believe on the I've dabbled into that before on one of the episodes of either this or the Geo and Meatbag show.
One of the two.
But yeah, so Apex. I've been playing that with you actually. It's quite fun.
So Apex is a new love since I downloaded it during season 1. I just didn't get it. I was overthinking it. I was just overthinking the whole game. And I was playing like crap, you know what I mean? Because I was mainly playing Fortnite, which Fortnite obviously involves a lot of thinking because of the building, and you're not moving as fast, in my opinion. You're moving faster in Apex, and it's to me a lot more clean. Being able to just slide and drift through all this stuff, Fortnite, it does have its mobility. It's the gliders, the rifts, and the mechs, which everyone's freaking out about. That's why I'm not playing right now, because those things are, I don't know. They try to add all this crap.
I was playing for a while, and I just don't build. I'm not a builder.
Yeah, it's tough.
I'm trying to shoot someone's face off, and I'm trying to do that, and they're throwing up walls. I'm like, God, now I have to throw up walls to meet you, and I'm just getting dingled over here.
Yeah,
it's not. I'm like, I'd rather just go and shoot somebody, and then either they shoot me down or I shoot them down.
I legit had to only play Fortnite for about a year to understand the building aspect. And my brother is really good at those because he's what I call a Call of Duty OG. So Fortnite and all these other shooter games come second hand to Call of Duty. What was it? It's first nature, I guess. What I'm trying to say. It's just so natural to him. It's so natural to him with these shooting games. They're so easy. And that's how my brother and I kind of hang out. So, therefore, having to invest time into Fortnite to be able to hang with my brother, who's really good at it, I had to get the building down. But anyways, Apex, I just like it because it's really clean. The servers are closer to. The servers are actually in Salt Lake, where as opposed to Fortnite, servers are in Texas and in, I think, let me say Virginia or some crap, dude. It's far. It's on the East Coast. So your West Coast server is in Texas, which isn't even the West Coast, really.
No, that's
it's the South.
Yeah.
It's the South. And so I'm not a big fan. But Apex servers are in Salt Lake City, which is one state over. We're in Phoenix, State capital. So and we're one state away from each other. So I'm just perfect. And it runs smoother. You know what I mean? I don't even have to worry about displaying my ping on the TV or anything like that. It's just, it really runs way smoother in my opinion.
I just think they need to get more characters.
I mean, they do have 8, but they're also trying to just be their own thing instead of having all these different characters. They have 8 characters right now. I believe it's 8 or 10.
It's 8.
I think it's 8. Yes.
8.
Okay. And they all have their specific, specialty, which kind of separates them from needing to have, I guess, all these different characters. But I wouldn't be opposed to having different characters. The thing is they have those special moves. So it would be kind of hard to jam-pack a bunch of different characters.
Oh, no, not at all. Because there's a game called Overwatch that's very similar.
Okay, see, I'm not too... I heard it's similar to Apex too.
Just the way it plays, okay. But Apex is the one that's when you die, you have to go back to and restart from a new game.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Overwatch
is just is a first person shooter that you have rounds first team to this or first one to get to this number wins.
Okay.
But they have like the roster is quite nice, and they keep coming out like every other month with new DLC, and each one has a different ability or performance and style and this and that. I think Apex should kind of jump on that and follow it a little more.
It wouldn't
not
be
make
a bad
it
idea from the sounds of it.
as like don't copy as much, but like just throw a couple more characters because I'm tired of playing the same ones.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a bad idea actually. Like I know it could work, but when I play Apex, I'm either or Octane, so I don't know.
That's because you only have like, well, you have to unlock the other ones, so you only have like.
I have 7. I have 7 out of the 10. The only ones I don't have is Watson, and the 2 other guys. I got Octane.
Starts with a C and.
I can't remember the name.
I downloaded him actually. I got him.
Yeah, but
poison gas.
Yeah.
He's nice. He's a good guy. He's a tank.
Yeah. So, I only use those 2.
Yeah.
Really. And now that they have solos, which just dropped, which is pretty cool. It's tough.
I've been getting down with some solos.
And speaking of my brother, KB just sent me a picture and he's like, "Yep, decided to pick up Apex today. Here's a win with 6 kills." I'm like, there you go. I was like, screw this Fortnite crap until they get rid of the mechs, like obviously, because that's a mess, dude. We can all agree on that.
I quit playing almost. I didn't say I want to say because of the mechs, but because I picked up Apex and I was like, well, this is way smoother and way funner, more fun than Fork Knife.
Shit, you can run that, and then it's nice because you can run Apex smooth on your hotspot.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's smooth. Maybe it's a little choppy here and there.
For me, it's a lot easier. But anyways, Apex has been awesome. I love it. I almost wish we had a console set up right now. We'd play some Apex. But
so I was thinking about doing this, and you guys let me know if this might be a great idea to set up like just for special guests, just like a screen, not to show the people what we're playing, but us commentating and like our reactions of the game that we're playing. But not like every episode, like every other, special episode. I think that might be a thing.
That's a good idea.
So if you guys like this way that sounds, let me know in the comments. While you're down there, hit that like and subscribe button. So Fortnite. I know everyone it's a theme with everyone. For Alex Silas to fucking spend $100 of Alex's money buying Fortnite money. That's Fortnite was a crazy thing for a little bit for everybody. I hopped on. It still is. I don't know. I think, like I said, Apex is better, but Fortnite has its moments. You can play with people from across the world and on any platform. That's why I play it still. It's because most of my friends have Xboxes. The only game I can play with them is Fortnite because they cross-platform, baby.
And that's really nice. And like, hopefully, Apex Legends does that.
I'm hoping like all games do that soon.
Yeah, it would be really nice. And it's cool that Fortnite and Epic figured out how to do that.
Yeah.
And that's one reason why I probably stuck with Fortnite for so long, because now I have friends. And let's face it, all my PlayStation friends suck. I'm just kidding. They're just mean. They don't send me invites. Maybe because I'm always offline.
Yeah, maybe because I was gonna say maybe because your status always says off.
Oh man!
I got on your sounds like I know you're on right now, dude. I know you're on.
My business and what I'm on. And what it is I have this friend who most definitely will not be watching this because he has no idea who I am other than who I am on Fortnite. He just spams me with invites. They're just like click, 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 click. And then you're in the middle of like a 1v1 at the very end. And you're just getting like
pop-ups.
Invited.
Ghost.
And it's just like, dude,
don't be that guy.
Don't do that.
Don't be that guy, people.
Don't be that guy.
One invite. Play match.
Dude, 2 at max. Like you can shoot 2, but
blah blam.
Don't like if on Fortnite, it tells you how many people are left. Like, and they've always been pretty good about that. There's been a bug with that, like, I think like once or twice for sure. But when you go to invite your people, it'll tell you they're in a in a match with this many people left. If it's less than 10 people, don't be spamming invites.
That's just
let's
rude.
say less than 15 people.
Yeah.
Like 15 or less, just shoot them one solid invite.
At that point, palms are getting sweaty. You're sitting there, your eyes are intense. The first thing, bling, that's what you look at, and then you get hit by the other side. It's not cool.
Just one, maybe two. Two, see, that's my max. It's two, and
that's my max when I call somebody. I'll call them once. If it doesn't, and it goes to voicemail, I'll call them again. If it goes to voicemail again, they're busy, they'll get back to me because they'll see that I called twice.
I remember.
But I don't call people because this is 2019. And there's like Facebook Messenger, text Messenger, Snapchat Messenger, Instagram Messenger, Twitter
crazy.
Messenger. Your phone has a messenger. It's ridiculous.
It's crazy. Like, I get really confused when like people who have my phone number want to message me on Facebook. My wife and I have this conversation all the time. I'm just like, I want to turn my notifications off on my messenger. I do, but there's people who need to hit me up on there.
I think it's just like, easier.
It is, but just fucking call me. Sorry, bleep that out. We got to bleep out one of your words. Too.
Oh yeah, I've already thought I could have curse words.
But just call me. See, that's how hot it makes me. Just call me or text me.
That's because
get my phone number from me, man.
When we were growing,
call me on Messenger. I'm not going to answer it.
When we were growing up, we didn't have any of this. Like calling on Facebook. We didn't even have Facebook Messenger. Facebook was barely a thing back then.
I legit had a phone that hung up.
Had a cord on it.
Exactly. I legit had one of those. And now I feel like an old guy.
I never even used one of those. I just showed up at people's houses like, you ready to chill or what?
That's really how it was. It's just like you went rolling by and if their bike was out front where they're usually having their bike at, or sitting on the porch, they're home. If their bike's not there, they're probably not home, but you'll still go try anyways. Maybe their hot sister was home. You hang out with her until they do get home. Then they get home and they're just like, dude, why are you hanging out with my sister? I'm like, oh, I was just waiting for you, dude. Anyways, back to nerding out. Fortnite has been tough lately because of the mechs, but I still really like it. I have been playing a little bit. I played for like I've been on an Apex kick for 3 weeks, and then I took about 4 or 5 days off and been playing Fortnite. Now I hate Fortnite again, and I'm back on the Apex train.
You should just give up Fortnite. It takes up so much memory on your PlayStation.
Legit, here's the thing. I'll go and play Fortnite, and it was really ironic that my brother sent this to me. I'll go and play Fortnite, and I'll play for a few days, whatever, and I won't touch Apex. Then the second I load up Apex and play my first game, I get a win. And I'm pretty stoked about it. Like it's not like a win in Fortnite means any more than a win in Apex. I'm having more fun with Apex because it's all new.
I've been averaging about like 1 to 2 kills per game. Yeah. Like the minimum kills on like Fortnite. It'd be rounds where I just didn't get nothing.
It's rough, dude.
I don't like the third person. I prefer first person shooters if we're playing shooters.
It's crazy. All that building stuff, they can just like crank 90s on you, as they call it.
Well, that's just
as the hip kids call it, cranking 90s, bro.
Cranking. I wish someone would be like, "Hey man, I was cranking 90s last night." I'm like at the gym, and be like, "No, dude, I'm like Fortnite." That's why you're a virgin. I can make fun of nerds because I am a nerd. What's up?
That's funny. But yeah, Fortnite's cool. It's just really tough. I'm pretty invested into it. Not like everybody else who buys the $20 skin every time it comes out.
I've been known to dabble some money in the Fortnite.
Yeah, I know that.
And I kind of hate myself for it.
Dude, there's people who have spent thousands on it, and I've probably only spent like 100 on it.
I spent $10 just the other day for that chicken costume, for the robot chicken, and the Bunker Jonesy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I still got a couple. Yeah, I got a lot more
though, because you bought the battle pass to get.
And I played some, so I leveled up. Like Fortnite's fun. The reason why I still like it again is because it's cross-platform.
Yeah.
It makes it that much better.
That is cool.
Did you ever play the Sega Genesis?
I played a little bit, not too much. I remember playing Sonic the Hedgehog, of course, classic.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what other games. Shoot a couple Sega games at me.
I'm drawing blanks right now. Actually, I play a lot of Madden.
Yeah, see,
A lot of Madden
I
on
remember Madden
Sega.
on Sega, but I never played it on Sega. I played on. See, that was one that I should have thrown out there in my PlayStation list. Madden NFL football, like 99
I
was
love
the best.
I love
And I'm a
Madden.
49ers fan, so like 49ers
Garbage.
had Steve Young in those games. So like,
We're gonna have to cut
dude,
that out.
it's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Screw this guy. But dude, it was awesome. You guys were the Phoenix Cardinals back then.
I want to say Lion King was on Sega.
Dude, that's the toughest game in the world.
That is one of the hardest games I've
Is that the same one we're referring to? Was it
Yeah.
the Lion King on
Yeah.
Sega or Super Nintendo that was super hard? Or is it the same game?
I can't remember. I want to say it was on
I don't know what
Sega,
console
but
it is. If Cash is watching, let us know in his comments.
or Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes was awesome. That was Super Nintendo for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, Super Nintendo.
Animaniacs.
Animaniacs, super awesome. Thank you for bringing all these up because I was kind of drawing blanks through a lot of these.
Toy Story, believe it or not. That game was one of the.
Now we're talking. See, I skipped right over my freaking Super Nintendo because that was where I really fell in love.
I figured
But,
we got a couple. We could throw some extra little games at us.
Dude, seriously though, Toy Story, Animaniacs. I love the Animaniacs game. That was awesome. I really love the Toy Story game. Super, super hard.
They don't make video
Hell,
games.
they even had the Barbie game. That was tough.
They do not make video games nowadays like they used to at all. No. I don't care who you are. Nowadays, it's all like first-person shooter, blah, blah. But even before that, go back 10 years, and they still didn't make video games as hard as they made them in the 90s. Lion King was hands down one of the hardest games I've ever played.
Ever.
Once you get past that scene level with the giraffes and stuff, it's not that bad.
It's not. It's just that.
It's still hard because you got the Hakuna Matata levels. Fuck, the game's so hard.
Video games these days are like professional wrestling these days. Garbage storylines.
I wish we could get back. I wish we could get back GHT. I wish we could get back into some of that.
That was awesome because we would create our own characters and have these tournaments at Gio's house on the weekends. We did that for like 2 years. We did that for a long time, solid, and it was awesome. We made our own belts and we bought the WWE ones from Walmart.
Oh yeah, we started from the bottom, and then we got all that gold.
I still have the tag team title at my house. You still have the hardcore title, which was the best title of them all.
No, that's over at Jackson and Lance's house.
Dude, how many times did I win that hardcore title? Let's be honest, dude. I held that thing at my house for so long. I was just like, anybody who ever wanted to come over and challenge me for it, they would, but they'd hardly leave with it.
That's because we'd wrestle for it, we'd play for it, and then I would win, and like, I challenge you, and then you would win it back, and then I challenge you, and then we'd just go match for match to match.
Put a limit on that after a bit.
Yeah, if you won it, and then you had to restrain it or retain it, and then you could be like, all right, I'm done for the day.
Yeah.
You got 2 matches.
But you never did that.
It was, bitch. Whatever, dude, you're talking your first ever undisputed, every belt holding son of a gun right here.
Yeah, second Grand Slam champ. I was second. You were first Grand Slam champ at GHT. I was the second. Nobody else belts
at the same time. No,
but you and I.
Yeah.
So that'll tell you right now, we're probably the nerdiest guys out of our group when it comes to video games.
Yeah.
Because Brad and I were the best. Like, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if Gio's watching right now. He never Grand Slammed it.
He never did. He didn't. He was always focused on the top belts, which he held on to for like Sasha Banks style.
I think when Miz was doing that whole angle where the Intercontinental Championship was the most prestigious thing ever, and it popped. It got everyone to pop.
Oh yeah.
I think that, and Gio was holding the IC title at the time.
Yeah.
So I think he really played off that. Him and Robert, man, I think everybody was playing off that. It was really fun though. GHT was really fun. It'd be cool to do it again.
Well, then you guys moved down here, and then we had to stop doing it.
Then we moved down here.
Well, actually, Gio moved down, and then you moved down after shortly, and then I moved down here a little bit. Yeah, we all moved down here, so we should all just start it back up again.
I'm down. Cash is here. We could probably get Rocha on it. Miguel. We got a lot of wrestling fans down here now. Shawnee.
And what we could also do, if any of my awesome YouTubers would like to join, if we do start up, we could always do online matches.
Yeah.
Bada boom.
You play matches with your peeps on YouTube. Maybe just do an episode where you're just hanging out with your YouTube people on
Nerding Out, and my special guest, being you guys.
That'd be cool.
It's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all.
Be cool.
All right, so we pretty much did the music. We got down on some video games, retro style, older style. I wouldn't say retro because that's like arcade style. Do you have any favorite arcade games since I mentioned it? Like Miss Pac-Man, Galaga.
Yeah, I really like Galaga a lot. There's a lot of arcade games that I really did like. None that really pinball. I play a mean. Pinball.
Who doesn't like a good pinball? Elton John made a song, wrote a song about
PBR pinball machine at the Yucca Tap Room.
Elton John, I believe he wrote a song about me. It's called the Pinball Wizard.
Oh yeah,
that's actually about me because I'm a mean pinball wizard.
Have you ever hit up
the Yucca?
Have you ever hit up the Electric Bat Arcade at the Yucca?
I have. I was the last time you guys played. I spent a good couple bucks in there.
Dude, it's nice.
It is super nice.
They have tournaments there during the week. Bonus Round also has tournaments. They have like Smash Bros tournaments.
See, that's now that I'm down here. I want to get back into.
You and Silva need to do that.
Silva's a little girl, and he don't want none of me on no Smash Bros.
He's a girl, and I'll say it because I know he's not watching.
I'll say it even if he is watching. Awkward pause. It makes it. Okay, so at the end of each Nerding Out with me, you got 4 questions to ask me.
To ask you?
4 questions.
Oh man.
Let's do a little swap interview.
You want to swap spit?
No.
Oh, okay.
Maybe later. No. Just question me.
Oh, let's see here. Let's see if I can come up with a good question. So, if you could be in a band and you're not being the roadie, just any other position in the band, let me start this over because I kind of screwed it up.
I fumbled on the words there.
So if there's any position in the band that you want to be in other than the roadie, what would it be?
A mean triangle player.
Seriously?
No.
Seriously?
No.
What would you, dude? You have any position in a band, and you could, I guess, be a triangle player, but you have to be like an orchestra, obviously.
No, honestly, I've never really thought about it. I know that I'm not musically talented at all. There was that one time for a little bit I picked up the bass.
Am I shooting a powerful question right now?
What? You did. You just you did, but what? I do have an answer.
Oh.
Like I said, I did pick up the bass for a little bit. I do like the funkiness. But I mean, what do you get as a bass player? You don't really go anywhere in life.
Man.
Love you, Jeremy.
No,
I don't play instruments. I don't.
So at bass, you think that would be? Okay.
I'll slap a good bass. Okay. You just stand over on the side.
What was the very first game that you fell in love with that you actually were gone during the day and would just think about, man, I need to play this game either as soon as I get home or as soon as I get free time? What was it? The very first one?
Zelda: A Link to the Past for Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo, okay.
I used to. It was the first game I ever beaten, actually, and I remember because it was my cousin's, and he finished beating it. I was like, yes, it's my turn. So whenever I got up in the morning, I would get up extra early while everyone was still sleeping. I would throw it in, play it until I had to get up and go to school, come back, throw it on until I had to eat dinner, and then I pretty much played it on all times of my free time.
Nice.
All right, it's 2 down. You're halfway there, brother.
Okay. Let's think here. I started thinking about Pokemon.
Anything you want.
See, I thought that you were gonna. Okay, who's your favorite Pokemon?
Charizard.
Okay, that's an easy one.
Yeah.
Who's your least favorite Pokemon?
Ooh, Rattata.
You really don't like
him. I flipping hate that guy.
Did you play Pokemon Go?
I play Pokemon religiously.
Okay, so do I. Not much Pokemon Go anymore. I got up to level 38 and then I stopped. I played first and second and third gen. in on the Game Boy for a long time, solid. I forget, I didn't want to no sell PSP, but I rocked the PSP for a little bit too. But Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow on Game Boy was like my go-to, and then Silver and Gold.
Oh yeah.
But so you won't even catch them in Pokemon Go.
So no, I've caught him
because that's how you get XP. Is
and I had to complete my Pokedex, but in any of the Game Boy versions, I've never caught a Rattata.
You hate him that much?
Yes. The only time I've ever caught one besides Pokemon Go was in the Pokemon Let's Go Eevee edition that I have for my Switch, and the only reason why I caught him is because he was shiny. Like in Pokemon Go or Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, the Pokemon walk about, and you could tell a shiny Pokemon from a regular Pokemon in the game just with them walking. And
you see, I was unimpressed by a shiny Rattata.
Yeah. But I had to catch him because he was shiny. Yeah. So I was like, all right. Then I caught him.
You catch shiny anything.
Yeah, and then another one ran into me right after that, and I was like, huh, I ran away. So I ain't wasting a ball on you, Holmes.
My last question would be, what is your goal with this podcast?
My goal with this podcast, that's a great question, is to bring joy, to bring laughter, to bring just a waste of time for people that want to get out of reality and just
solid,
hear what's going on, what other people think about other things.
Solid.
And hopefully one day it gets up there and it gets likes, and who knows, maybe it could be like a TV show, like on HBO, and I could have like dancing girls in the background, like the Guy Show. That show was cool back
solid.
But
well, dude, thanks for having me on.
No, thank you for having me on.
Thanks for making me your freaking first guest, dude.
So this was Nerding Out with the Roadie and Meatbag. Hope you guys enjoy.
Can I plug my shit?
Yes, real quick before everyone logs off, plug everything you have. This is gonna take 10 minutes. I'll be back.
Okay. At No Composure Music, guys. If there's anything that you want to support, if there's any way I could not confuse the holy crap out of you right now, just look up at No Composure. That is my band that I am the front man for. I play guitar and do vocals, and I'm really working hard on that. I really am wanting to just put my everything into No Composure. Obviously, you guys know me with Squared, and some of you know me from the Accident Theory, because a lot of people, whoever's watching this, that maybe just want to see what I have to say, are people that knew me when I was in the metal scene, so like they know the Accident Theory from there. But I really just want to put over No Composure. I mean, not to say any band's better than the other, but No Composure is, I'm just really hyped about it.
Oh, of course.
And I feel like a great deal of responsibility on my shoulders with this band, so I feel like I need to just put out No Composure. We're on all social medias at No Composure. Our music is on Bandcamp and all the streaming sites and stuff. I also play drums for the Accident Theory, at the Accident Theory, and I'm also the drummer, and I do some vocals and some other work for Squared at Squared Sucks, and I'm the everythingist of Solar Coasters, which is an instrumental prog kind of thing that I do. I've got like 4 albums up or 5 albums up or something on Bandcamp. So you could stream it all for free there, and all the albums are up there for name your price. So you can literally pay a penny and get all of my music for a penny or $0. Doesn't matter.
Don't be a dick. Donate more than a penny.
Do whatever you want. Man. I just want people. My goal with Solar Coasters was just for people to listen to the music. It was kind of a different aspect. Like obviously, No Composure. I want to like try to make a living off this thing eventually, but.
No accent. Why? I am just. You have so many bands. I have so.
Yeah.
It's for the peeps. It's for the peeps.
It's just background music for everyone to enjoy. Like I love instrumental music, so, and it didn't take a whole lot for me to make. So. No. It's all yours on the internet. Solarcoasters.bandcamp.com, squaredsucks.bandcamp.com, theaccidenttheory.bandcamp.com, and last but certainly not least, NoComposureMusic.bandcamp.com. Go there to listen to the music because that's what really matters.
Where else can I find you on the Geo Meatbag Show?
You can find me on the Geo and Meatbag Show. I'm a co-host on the Geo and Meatbag Show podcast. We do a live YouTube version every single week on Sundays. Usually it just depends, like when we can all get together. You can find me on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, all at Meatbag82 or just Meatbag. Just literally Google Meatbag. I will be the first thing that pops up.
What's your? Do you want to give your PSN name out so just in case the peeps want to play with you?
Meatbag82.
There it is.
It's legit. Everything is Meatbag82, but for some reason on PlayStation Network, somebody has Meatbag82 registered. And I don't know who the hell it is.
If you're out there,
I got a bone to pick with you. Who the hell else is Meatbag82 other than me? I've literally spent like the last 6 years of my life branding myself as Meatbag, and we got some idiot out there with Meatbag82. Anyways, I don't want to take up too much of your time, though. I appreciate it, though.
Too sweet, everybody.
Dude, too sweet. Thank you.
I enjoy.
We didn't even nerd out on wrestling, but
we did a little bit of it.
But next time, if I can come back on,
of course.
Another time, I would love to just we could legit just talk wrestling and nerd out wrestling the whole show. Like now that they know we play video games and instruments and all that crap, we got a whole future episode.
If that's the case, I want us to do it in style, and I want us to dress up like our favorite wrestlers.
Oh, cool.
Or just some kind of wrestler.
All I have to do is look like a piece of crap mechanic, and I'll look just like John Moxley. I'm just kidding. Thanks, dude.
No worries. Have a good one, guys. Oh, we're out.
Peace. Oh.